Welcome back to episode 2 of our web series Fossil Fundamentals. Today's episode is What is Paleontology? Paleontology originates from the Greek words palaeos, meaning ancient ont, meaning being, and logia, denoting study. Literally, it translates to the study of ancient beings. This gives us our first clue about what paleontologists do. They study the ancient beings that once inhabited our planet. Paleontology isn't just about studying fossils. It's about piecing together the grand puzzle of the history of life on Earth. It's about understanding the biological and environmental factors that have shaped life, and how these factors have influenced the evolution of different species over time. When we talk about fossils, we're not just referring to the skeletal remains of dinosaurs, although those are undoubtedly the coolest. Fossils can be any trace of past life, from plant imprints, footprints, to microscopic remains. Each fossil holds a story, a snapshot of life from a time long gone. Paleontologists use fossils as a time machine, delving into the depths of Earth's history to uncover the secrets of our planet's past. Through meticulous examination and analysis, they can reconstruct the environments in which these ancient animals lived, their diets, and their interactions with other organisms. Paleontology is therefore the scientific study of the history of life on Earth. It is a quest to understand the story of life itself. What is the importance of paleontology? Imagine you've stumbled upon a giant jigsaw puzzle. Wouldn't you want to piece it all together to see the whole picture? That is what paleontology does. It helps us assemble the fantastic puzzle of life's evolution. Our planet has undergone radical changes over the millennia. There have been times of lush greenery, followed by ice ages. There have been periods of abundant life, and then there have been mass extinctions. By studying these past events, we gain valuable insights into how our world responds to significant changes. Take climate change, for instance. By examining past periods of global warming, we can predict how our current actions might impact the planet's future. We can see which species survived, which ones didn't, and why. We can learn from these past events to safeguard our future. By studying extinction events, we can better understand the threats we face today. The dinosaurs didn't just vanish overnight. Their extinction was a complex process, triggered by a combination of environmental changes and a catastrophic event. By understanding these processes, we can take steps to prevent another mass extinction. In short, paleontology helps us understand where we've come from and perhaps where we're headed. It's not all about digging up old bones. It's about understanding the grand puzzle of life and ensuring we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. It's about learning to coexist with our planet, not just for our sake, but for the sake of all life on Earth. But how exactly does paleontology help us understand our past? Well, let's start with the fossils. Paleontology uses fossils as a sort of time capsule. By examining the variety and characteristics of plant and animal fossils found in various layers of rock, we can paint quite a detailed picture of what past environments might have been like. For instance, fossils of tropical plants suggest a warm, humid climate, while fossils of woolly mammoths hint at an ice age. Therefore, paleontology helps us understand the Earth's ever-changing climate over geological time. By understanding these past climates, we can better predict how our current climate might change in the future. Biostratigraphy is a key tool in the paleontologist's armory. It is used to date rocks by the fossils that are found inside. Certain fossils, known as index fossils, are particularly useful in this regard. They are fossils of short-lived species that were widespread geographically, but because they existed for a relatively brief time, finding these fossils in a rock layer helps to accurately date that layer. We will be delving deeper into biostratigraphy in a future episode of Fossil Fundamentals. There's more to paleontology than just understanding climates and dating rocks. Paleontology also provides crucial insights into the evolutionary processes that have shaped life on Earth. By studying the fossil record, we can observe the gradual changes in species over time, the emergence of new species, and the extinction of others. This helps us to understand the mechanisms of evolution, such as natural selection and adaptations to environments. Paleontology helps us comprehend the vastness of geological time, the diversity of life that has existed on our planet, and our own place in the Earth's history. Ever wondered what a day in the life of a paleontologist looks like? Well, stay tuned. A paleontologist's day can be as varied as the fossils they study. One day they may be out in the field, the next they could be in a quiet lab, peering at specimens under a microscope. Fieldwork and fossil hunting is an essential part of a paleontologist's role. Locations could be anywhere, from the Sahara Desert in Morocco to the rugged cliffs of the Jurassic Coast in Dorset, England. It's a bit like a treasure hunt, only instead of a treasure map, geological maps are used to guide them to the right location. Once a promising site is located, the careful process of extraction begins. This can involve chipping away at rock with a hammer and chisel, or even gently brushing away sediment to reveal the fossil beneath. It can be a slow, meticulous process where patience is key. After all, some of these fossils have waited millions of years to be found. A few more hours won't hurt. The work doesn't stop here. Once the fossils are removed in the field, they need to be preserved. This is where the lab work comes in. Back in the laboratory, the fossils are cleaned, prepared, ready to be studied in detail. Fossils can be scanned to see what is in the rock before the painstaking work of extracting the fossil begins. Paleontologists can use various analytical techniques to learn a lot about the animals the fossils came from. These techniques can determine its age, what it ate, how it lived, and even how it died. A day in the life of a paleontologist involves a lot of detective work. Piecing together clues from the past creates a vivid picture of what life was like millions of years ago. There you have it. You now have the fundamentals of what paleontology is and why it's important. Today we have learned that paleontology is more than just the study of fossils. It's a key to understanding our planet's history and our place within it. It's not merely about cataloging old bones and ancient impressions in rocks. It's about piecing together the intricate puzzle of life's history. It's about understanding how our world has changed over billions of years and how life has evolved and adapted in response to these changes. If you wish to own a piece of history yourself, please visit our website fossils-uk.com, where you can find fascinating fossil gifts, colourful crystals, and out-of-this-world meteorites for sale at very reasonable prices. We've only scratched the surface of this vast and captivating field today. There's so much more to discover, so many more stories waiting to be told. And we hope you'll join us on another episode of Fossil Fundamentals in the near future. If you found this video enlightening, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel Fossils UK. Your support is much appreciated.